the federal government. Like, shocking, really. It's insane. Yeah. It's really wild. So, like, I mean, it was inevitable that at least a few Soros operatives would be in the audience. Give my regards to George. Say hi to George for me. USA, 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 USA. We got another Soros sleeper agent there. USA, 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 USA.
I just want to make sure that I'm understanding this correctly. You've got the richest man in the world, Elon Musk, on stage at this rally in Wisconsin, baselessly attacking George Soros for allegedly spending money to interfere in Wisconsin by hiring protesters, where Elon is literally illegally handing out checks to people in Wisconsin at this very event, which, by the way, is the exact thing that Republicans claim that George Soros does. If Elon Musk was any less self-aware, I don't think he would see his own reflection in a mirror. In fact, I asked Kara Swisher about this exact phenomenon just days ago. Here's what she had to say. Republicans have been really effective more broadly over the decades at finding villains. George Soros has been one, again, for decades. Sure. Is Musk not just the same exact thing, if not worse, on the right as the very thing that Republicans have clutched their pearls about on the left for decades?
Well, hello, they went on and on about safety of communications, and they just did the worst thing ever. And
Right.
and they're like on Hillary Clinton. These people don't have, the hypocrisy is so thick. It's kind of ridiculous. And there's lots. We'll talk about that in a second. But yes, he's explicitly, Brian, keep this in mind. Every accusation is a confession with these people. Whatever they say, I'm like, oh, that's what they're doing. Right. So if they accuse someone of something, it's because that's what they're doing. Elon is exactly what they claim to have hated with George Soros. But he's explicit and right in front of you buying elections. That's what he's doing. That's what he's doing in Wisconsin right now. That's what he's doing everywhere.
He's straight up paying people to sign a petition in Wisconsin, which is basically just him saying he's buying votes, which is, the same scheme that he pulled in Pennsylvania.
And it worked. Let me just tell you, it worked. By the way, well, thank you, Citizens United. It's legal.
I'll tell you what, if Elon Musk is that unhappy about billionaires like George Soros dropping money in state elections, then he should tell Republicans to pass some legislation barring big money donors from politics. Hell, name it the Soros Act. But of course he won't, because he doesn't actually care about billionaires meddling in elections when he is the single worst perpetrator of the problem in this entire country. And of course, Elon's performance continued to be a disaster on that stage.
But I think the real issue is who's organizing and funding that. Like the same people that organized and funded the infiltrators, who are the hecklers earlier tonight. So it's whoever they are, and I guess we know some of their names, but it's really, Soros and a bunch of others. I'm not sure really sometimes I wonder, what is their goal? Like, what's their aim? I guess, is it communism, I guess, is a part of it, or just, I don't know.
What's the left's goal? Is it communism? Yeah, dude, the left's goal is communism. If you're wondering what spending all day retweeting people like Charlie Kirk and Don Jr. on Twitter does to your brain, look no further than Elon Musk. Here's a hint for him, since he's apparently too dim to understand why most of the country hates him. He is cutting healthcare, cutting cancer research, cutting education funding, firing veterans, putting Medicaid and food stamps on the chopping block, gutting the Social Security Administration from the inside, and so much more. All the while, his own companies are getting fat government contracts. He is stealing from the poor to help his own bottom line. Hundreds of millions of people will be impacted while he personally gets richer. That might help him understand why he is so unpopular. And let's be clear, he is unpopular.
I mean, I have rarely ever seen any change of perception as dramatic as this one. I mean, Elon Musk's net favorable rating, it's dropped from plus 24 to minus 19 overall from 2017 to 2025. And look at among Democrats. He used to be beloved by Democrats at plus 35. Look where it is now, minus 91 points on the net favorable rating. That is a movement of over 120 points in the negative direction, falling through the floor. Now, among Republicans, he has gone up from plus 18 to plus 51, but that doesn't at all make up for the gap that the Democrats have completely fallen off the rails for Elon Musk. And among independents, the drop has been from plus 17 to minus 17. Look, Donald Trump isn't the most popular president in the world, but he is far more popular than Elon Musk is.
But sure, it must be because half the country is communist, and totally, definitely not because Elon Musk is a weird prick who is so off-putting he makes Eric Trump seem charismatic. And yet, despite everything Elon is doing to rip off the working class in America, he wants you to know that he's still the real victim here.
It's costing me a lot to be in this job. You had like Tim Walz dancing on stage showing a chart of Tesla stock, which is a really awful thing for him to do. Because what they're trying to do is put massive pressure on me and Tesla, I guess, to I don't know, stop doing this. It's my Tesla stock and the stock of everyone who holds Tesla went roughly in half. I mean, it's a big deal. So not only am I not getting I'm not getting paid, definitely not stealing money, and would never get away with it. But the value of my Tesla stock is in half. So this is a very expensive job, is what I'm saying. But I think it's you're welcome.
See, this isn't about you, and it never was about you. Elon's priority, as it's always been, is his precious stock price. Elon has overseen roughly 50,000 cut jobs, overseen the buyouts of another 75,000 Americans who likely fear their jobs would be eliminated anyway, and is planning to fire another 170,000 people. And yet this guy has the audacity to stand up there and offer crocodile tears and a quivering upper lip that his stock price is falling? Give me a break, dude. If you can fire people at will, including veterans, seniors, doctors, scientists, regular hardworking Americans, then spare us the sob story about how you have less stock assets to borrow against. But I want to throw to one more clip, and it's actually not Elon Musk, it's Sean Duffy, the Secretary of Transportation, who inadvertently said the quiet part out loud while advocating for the audience to vote for the Republican candidate in the Wisconsin Supreme Court race, Brad Schimmel.
Get your 5 or 10 friends to the ballot box on Tuesday. And if all of you do that, you get your friends to the ballot box because this is a low voter turnout election. Bring your friends, bring your family, and if you all turn out on Tuesday with your friends, we are going to win in Wisconsin and send a message to the radical left. Don't mess with Trump, don't mess with Doge, don't mess with Elon, and don't mess with Wisconsin. Let's get it done, everybody. God bless.
Did you catch what Duffy said at the end? Send a message to the left not to mess with Elon. Let's be clear about what's happening here. Musk is using Wisconsin as a test case, wherein he bribes voters to participate in the Wisconsin Supreme Court election, and if it works, he exports this strategy to the rest of the country. He already did it in the presidential election, but now is where he learns whether or not he can do it in every single state across America. Wisconsin is the proving ground for him. And Sean Duffy knows it. He frames this race as a way for the left not to mess with Elon Musk, who Duffy and the rest of the GOP know is their human wallet in every election moving forward. So I would ask people left, right, and center, if you think it's a good idea that one billionaire, the richest man in the world, buying every election in America moving forward is a good idea. If not, which I presume you don't, especially considering this is a billionaire who is hell-bent on serving himself, his businesses, and his own bottom line, then we need to deliver that message on Tuesday, April 1st, that our elections are not for sale, our Supreme Court seats are not for sale, our democracy is not for sale, and that we have to vote for Susan Crawford. And the way that we do that is by turning out as many people as humanly possible. So if you know anyone in Wisconsin, now is the time where we need you to do the hard work of reaching out to those people and making sure that they have a plan to vote and everybody who they know has a plan to vote. Every single person matters here. So if you're mad about Medicaid or food stamps or veteran firings or cancer research being defunded, if you're mad that the stock market is tanking and your 401k is plummeting and the economy is contracting and a recession is on the horizon, If you're mad that the only thing this administration is spending its time on, despite promises by Donald Trump to lower costs on day one, is trying to invade Greenland or Canada or Panama, then this is your outlet. This is how you fight back. Wisconsin is the whole ballgame right now, but it's on all of us to play a role. We have a few days left to vote, so let's win the momentum as we head into midterms and fight to take this country back. Before you go, first, if you enjoyed this content and you want to see more and support independent media, please subscribe to this channel. The subscribe button will be right here on the screen. But second, the reality is that we're now in a political environment where this administration can lean on any of the social media platforms to suppress certain voices if they don't like critical coverage. That means my longevity here is in the hands of a few tech billionaires who are already making it clear that they're willing to cater to this White House. To that end, signing up for my newsletter is a great way for me to be able to reach you directly if that ever becomes necessary. I'll put the link on the screen as well, so please sign up. It's completely free, but there's also an option to do a paid subscription if you'd like to support my work. I really appreciate it. Thanks so much for watching.